we go. Hey, Rock, how you going?
Good.
Good. Welcome. Haven't seen you for a couple of years now, and I know you've been having some sciatic problems that have been causing you a lot of grief for the last few years.
Yep.
You know, I just for an introduction, Rock and I have known each other for 20-something years, 22 years, 23 years, and I used to work on him a lot when I lived in Hawaii, but that was now 12 or 15 years ago. Wait, 2012, where are we at? Yeah, 13 years ago I left there, so. And I haven't worked on you since then, have I?
Nope.
And so what's been happening?
Just, I think just over time, like I built up a lot of tension and played vigorous tennis for many, many years. And I think I've overdone it, and just stress and stuff has built up. And about 15 months ago, I was playing tennis, and I kind of was feeling like I have had some reoccurring sciatica issues, back problems, and I overdid it, and then had this real bad outbreak of sciatica where I went to the ER. It was just terrible pain, and after that, this kind of nerve pain set in. It was in the hip, and then it went down this right leg, and it for about 3 or 4 months it was just excruciating. I couldn't sleep, and then finally the pain subsided, but from my knee to my foot just continued to be numb and tingling. So from then on, I've just had this issue and for several months after this first arising, I would just be off balance, legs been weaker on this side, and just has become more and more a concern that you know, like this is going to be a chronic lifetime thing, and also that the pain could come back. It's not painful right now, but I'm just really scared that at some point this like pain's going to come back. I won't be able to sleep, and just you don't really have any remedy. So I've gone to a lot of different practitioners, acupuncture, chiropractic, other massage therapist, osteopath, and nothing's really kind of worked. And so Brandon, I knew that he had helped me a lot in the past, so giving this kind of a Hail Mary pass, coming here to visit him and catch up, but also see if he can help relieve some of this problem.
All right, great. So I had a very quick look at your areas last night, and they were extremely tight. So I'll do a bit more of a diagnosis today. I was going to start with a head massage just to relax you. Your belly was super tight, so I'm going to do a bit of assisted belly breathing, and then we're going to get into each toe. Especially, we're going to start with that right side that's bad, if you can handle that. If not, I'll do the other side if it's like too painful, just to ease you into it. But we'll see if we can get, like, my objective at looking at what was going on with you last night is to get 1 or 2 toes in each session. You're here for a few days, come over from Oregon, Salem, Oregon to St. Louis, so well, welcome, and let's get into it.
I should say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
So from all this, the root cause, and I did get an MRI, and I've got 4 bulging discs in my lower back. So I think that's probably a big part of the problem with where it's the nerve pain's coming from. And so anyway, that's my kind of diagnosis, I guess you'd say, from a medical
perspective.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. All right, so let's have a feel of what's going on. You said it was mostly your right leg, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so tight right in there. This is like solid. So tight through here, and that's all kind of sore and uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is like. I was saying last night when I had a quick feel around, it's like 9.6, 9.7 out of 10 tight. Most of the bands are. So we got the outer little toe band coming through here. That's supercharged. And that's like a steel rod coming up into there. Oh my gosh, yeah, your leg doesn't move so easy. Like right through here. I don't know if you can feel that at all. Yeah, that's super. And in here, it's really tight as well. So here, it's like really, really, really tight. It's just like the whole thing's solid in here. So this is what I was saying. I was gonna, just try and at the back of your toes. I know you were like a little bit of pressure here, and that's like through the roof for you. Back here, all that your toes are like what I call supercharged, super tight. They don't, some of them don't move easy. That one, big toes jammed. Your ankle's like quite stiff as well, and it's very, very tight in here. I don't know if you can feel that through there. And in here, this point here, which is a common point for sciatica actually, is like supercharged. So what I'm going to do eventually though is not work it so hard, like I was saying yesterday, because it's not a lot of pressure. This other leg's not as bad, but still quite tight. If I'd have felt this without feeling the other one, I would have said you're quite tight here, but it's nowhere near as bad as this one. This one's like, and that's coming up then into your hip. Yeah, see, there's not a lot of movement there. And oh, it's like then in here. Hey, if you guys are interested in learning about Raynor massage, I encourage you to take our online course. You can find that on our website, raynormassage.com, and do a search for our online course. You can also do in-person courses. I'll be holding one in Australia in May, and I'm teaching in St. Louis in June. And then we have, if you go onto our website, raynormassage.com, worldwide massage courses, you can find courses all over the world, especially in Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand sometimes, and the US. So please learn Raynor massage. We're also hoping to hold some courses for friends and family. So like 2-day workshops in St. Louis, where you can just come and learn, bring a friend. You don't have to, but you can bring a friend or your partner and come and learn how to do some basic work on each other to maintain each other. And we're looking at doing some 2-day reflexology workshops as well, both here and possibly in Australia. So please just contact me, brandonraynor@gmail.com, if you have any questions or would like to learn more. Enjoy the video. Oh my gosh, yeah, your back is really tight too. Yeah, like we were talking about last night with conventional medicine, eventually they would just probably do things like put a rod in your back to deal with back pain and stuff.
Yeah, that's what my mom has.
Yep. Because this is all so tight through here. And your shoulders are tight too. The good thing is that you're a consistent kind of guy, you know? Like that's so tight. All right, I'll just get you to roll over. We'll just have a quick, you can see there's a difference between the way your right leg's coming out and your left, but even right here, it's like these bands are like steel cables coming up through here. And in here, this is like one of the tightest thighs that I've ever felt. This is like, it's just like you can actually play guitar. That is so tight. The good thing is Rock would sing along too if we played the guitar on that. They're both super tight. So this is just like absolutely shocking how tight it is coming up through here. And then in here, we've also got a lot of tightness coming up into the tummy. Like I'm hardly touching and I'm hitting his pain threshold here. Like,
Wow. Yeah.
can you feel my little finger there at minimal pressure? Yeah. Yeah.
So it just follows the band.
It just follows the band up, you know. So this is what I was saying to you yesterday is we got to get the roots of the band up. If I just go into here, it's going to be uncomfortable for you. Or even in here, it's not actually going to release like that. That is just shockingly tight right in there. You know, that's like unbelievable. Whoa. So tight. And this is tight. So all of that's coming from your foot. And so even though your toes actually aren't they're not like inflexible, you know, like you got some movement there. But behind here, as soon as I touch some of the, it's excruciating for you, right? You can see that other, like, and I'm not going particularly hard or anything. It's just so tight, energetic, jammed, you know. And then you've got this kind of like pulling forward here on the chest as well. So a lot of tightness in there. And that was coming, I think, when we had a look at it from your thumb. Your thumb is kind of curled in there a bit. In here is really tight. So that's going to be adding to it. But yeah, that's going to be a session in itself. Yeah, all of this is really tight coming up into here. And this is really bad. So we're going to try and do about 4 hours a day for 3 or 4 days and just see what we can do. I think I'm going to start with your head, do some assisted so that, you know, because I know a lot of the points that I'm hitting are like hitting your pain threshold. Like I was saying yesterday, we want to figure out if we can work in a rhythmic fashion. Once I relax your mind through the head massage, then we work in a rhythmic fashion from like a 7. If 10 is where you're going to tighten up against me, I'm going to work just below that. Okay. So we'll get started, but I'll just get